Welcome back, beautiful people, to another episode of Trey, the Terrible Collector. So, you may notice that these toys are already open, and that is because yesterday I opened these toys, as you'll see here. And when I got back to it, I felt like I hadn't done them justice, so I wanted to come back in and talk about them a little bit. Um, These are from the X-Men Light Up Weapon spin-off series. The Light Up Weapon series only had 5 figures in it, but what was really special about it was that every one of those figures had a variant that was automatically made. So whereas we've had some variants here and there, and some of them are more likely just mistakes than other things, this one they put their time in and they made sure that there was a special version of each one of these figures. This is also the first time that we've gotten a second Nightcrawler. The original, as you might remember, appeared in the first series. He had the little suction cups and a tiny little sword and a prehensile tail. One of my favorite toys from that first line. He looks great. Um, but the upgrade is significant. Um, Nightcrawler is one of my favorite characters visually because you can do so much with him. He only has 3 fingers and 3 toes. He's got the tail. He's got a very demonic look. He's frequently shown with a sword, which they really highlighted in the cartoon that's going on right now, the X-Men 97 cartoon. Um, these Nightcrawlers are awesome. Um, what I particularly like about this series is that they were really bridging the gap between toys that are statuesque, where they're like some of the ones that we've done, the Mutant X and the Alpha Flight and the Marvel's Most Wanted, where they're more like a Marvel Legends toy almost. They're like on their way there. Um, and some of the old action figures. These ones are they have flexibility. He's got articulation in the knees and in the ankles. He's got his head will turn, but he's very dynamic. If you look in there, his back is kind of his head is like coming at an angle out of his back. His hands are exaggerated. The facial features are really unique, very pointy, tons of detail work. When you get in there, you can see his eyes are yellow, but you can't, I mean, it's just, it's really, really detail oriented. Um, the first one is the traditional look. He's the same exact costume where he's got the red the acrobatic kind of situation. He does have the toes just like the old one, but these ones are kind of exaggerated and extended. Um, you won't be able to see it even if I do a real close up, but the details in the toes and the calf muscles, you can really tell how much effort they were putting into these figures. They're really, really gorgeous. He's got little veins that pop out in his hands. Um, the sword itself is a flaming light up weapon. The batteries on this one have unfortunately died. I have ordered some more, so we'll hopefully get them up at some point. But it works because the electronic component is in the figure. So you put in the toy or the sword, it clicks in, and you should have the completed circuit. Obviously, this one the batteries are dead, so it's not working. But the idea is really, really cool. So you have a completely functional on his own figure that looks great with the swirly tail and the detail, and then you add this light up sword, and it's just really something special. Um, the variant version of the figure has a silver color, like a metallic silver, replacing the red, and it's a really cool look. He looks almost like the X-Force um, outfits that were in the Clayton Crane run, where it's like black and gray, and they look very stealthy. This was obviously years before that, but it's a really cool look. The sword that he comes with also has a black hilt, which looks really cool as compared to the gold one. Um, his batteries are also dead. And then there's little unique bits about this that they just feel like they were doing it because they could. The color of the blue on Nightcrawler's skin and hair is ever so slightly different. It's almost dusky kind of a color on the red one, and this one's a lot more vibrant. And the same thing is true on the tail. The colors are unique and varied. It's just an absolutely beautiful figure. It's something that was really kind of unexpected at the time. I mean, the flexibility of this kind of a figure, you're able to really have some dynamic poses. Whereas, this one, he looks cool and he's really fun to play with, but you can't pose him any other way. If you bend his legs, he's falling over. So he's more made for play, whereas these ones cross the line. He could be a play toy or he could be a display toy, and he looks great either way. This run is one of my favorites of the entire series, and I think um, that I'm just really excited to get into the rest of these, and I'm absolutely thrilled to share these ones with you. So there it is. There you have Nightcrawler as part of the Light Up X-Men series. Interestingly, if we look back at the series that we've gone through before, every one of the X-Men who was in the first run has had another character or another version of their toy pop up since then. Wolverine obviously has had 12 others. Cyclops has had several. Storm has several. But Colossus and Juggernaut, we still haven't gotten another version of their characters yet. But in this line, we are going to be getting one of those, and in the next line, we'll be finding Colossus. So we're getting some more advanced, detailed, dynamic versions of the figures we've already seen. So it's very, very exciting for us here at the show. Thank you so much for watching, my friends. I really appreciate you. As always, please remember to like and subscribe. And if you have any friends that like watching old dudes open old toys, this is the show for them. So thank you very much. Y'all have been wonderful. I have been terrible. And we'll see you again soon.